OK Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. It's Tuesday Hoop. It'll be LeBron James and the Miami Heat off against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now to bring you all the action, let's get to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you again at halftime.
As we bring you this present NBA on 2K Sports, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. So here he starts. Wade and LeBron has out Chris Bosh, and it's Chalmers, and the Thunder. Ibaka and Perkins pose the front. Westbrook. Here's LeBron. Dwayne Wade. Leads him, and Bosh backs down. Kicks it, just 5 on the clock. Over Westbrook. Kept alive. And throws it down. LeBron's now got the game going with his first points of the game for the Heat. And it's the Thunder with outside Durant. Heat up by LeBron. Here's Perkins. Down goes the slam.
He made sure to get a little hang time there, just to rub it in Fender's face a bit.
Look out! He was ever going to come down.
He just wanted to make sure coming down on top of any.
Wanting to play with each other. You know,
every player play with great play. And it's all circumstantial, really. If you're a free agent, a team with cap room, and you've got to play with, and each there. Defense was
on. All right, let's go over to the Doris Burke.
We talked about the Tex with so much firepower, and he was excited for his team. He said these are the games we need to get up for as a defense. Good chance to see what we keep improving on that end of the floor. Guys?
Thanks, Dor. Well, Clark, that's a potent offense.
I wouldn't doubt that we see them make a few adjustments on the move over the course of the game, in the flow.
Well, they're going to have to make some adjustments as long. This team is tick offensively by playing one style. Teams, I think, will change to how the game's going.
Thunder with the ball. Chris Bosh.
That creates so much space. I thought at times a little bit too much for long, where he could make the most. Is down on the post.
Here's Bosh. The basket, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I mean, you have to decide as defense, just how much damage are we going to allow him?
Nick Collison's check in for the Thunder. Harden comes in for speaking and working. Do you think he's strong to be a fan?
That's one area he needs to get better at. He needs to add strength in terms of player. If he's taller than Muffin, can be an area of growth for him as he gets an add frame, and I think he can be a difficult guy to do. But he's not,
because you know the initial defense is going to be strong. When you have somebody double, now you two. That's tough.
Right.
Up with it, blocked. The Heat with the lead, and here comes.
You know, guys, thinking back to Chalmers in the NBA Finals last year, he was one of the Heat's role players that I thought really ramped it up in a tough, out the big three quite a bit.
Both good from the line that time. 57 left in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in with a soft touch.
He brought up Chalmers. He was really, really good in that final series against Dallas. He knocked down his three-point shots, did a nice job of running the club, and I think really made a case for being the future starting point guard of the Heat.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, you go back to the finals, and I think Bosh certainly was a factor on the floor.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Here's Fisher. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is who Scott Brooks has out there. Ibaka at power forward with Perkins at center. Harden out there with Derek Fisher, and it's Cephalo 3 seconds. And let's get our sideline reporter. Doris, over to you.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Kendrick Perkins, a Boston Celtic for his entire NBA career prior to the trade last season, he said, "It kind of felt like the worst day of my life when I got teased." Fortunately for Perk, he headed to a young team on the rise in Oklahoma City. "When I got here," he said, "everything just kind of blew me away. The organization is first class. I'm impressed with everything, how things are handled here. Great staff, and now in his first full season with the Thunder, Perkins definitely settling in."
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. Shot clock at 3. That gives them the lead. Chalmers has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here after none in the first. The big 3, when they came together, guys, that they would be good. But they did a pretty decent job, I thought, of finding complementary players to fill out the roster. A big chunk of the salaries went to the big 3. Now that's how to get your point across. That's making it big.
I know you and I could feel that all the way over here.
Yeah. You know, if you're a defender, you want to see anybody but him with the ball in his hand. That situation.
Nick Collison's checked in for Westbrook and for Derek Fisher. Then for the Heat, LeBron, he's checked in. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Cole. No good from Bosh. We're back to the Heat, and Clark, you're right. Searched out Betts that knew how to fill a role and really build a team around the stars.
Well, that's critical because anytime you have the core group together, it's about finding role players who are going to their responsibilities on the team and accept the fact that sometimes they're not going to see the minutes that they would otherwise like. But they handled it well. They got a good roster around their stars, and it paid off.
Here's Westbrook. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
He should make it, guys. He had a pretty good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go.
Wade outside. LeBron against Ibaka. You know what?
You know, there were questions about how LeBron would play in a new jersey. Statistically, he was about the same with the drop in points or field goal percentage. He's a brilliant player no matter what uniform he's got.
And they're pushing it up. Chalmers with it. 8 points for him. He's covered by Westbrook. He kicks it to Bosh. It's back to Battier. Here's Chalmers. And the Heat get right there. Talking more about LeBron's stats. You're all over it, Clark. Steals, assists, blocks, rebounds, all look the same way they did in his last year with Cleveland. I guess, Steve, the difference is he played with another superstar. In fact, 2 if you put Bosh in there, and it was something we're aiming for. And slam down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, he hung him out to dry that time. A terrific reverse.
You can't help but be amazed by that.
That's one to remember.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Durant comes in for Cephalosha. And Daquan Cooks subbed in for James Harden. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Coles comes in for Mario Chalmers. Outside Durant. Collison, good.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be something. It's a team effort in protecting the paint.
Here's Westbrook.
You know, fellas, this Oklahoma City team is built the right way. I mean, it's been done with patience through the draft. I mean, you've got to have some good fortune there when you're talking about money's been spent wisely. And now I think they're starting to approach the finished product, the team capable of winning NBA titles for years to come. Certainly they'll be contending for them, you would think.
Sure. On the floor for Miami. Way to fill out the wings. Chris Bosh is out there with Haslem, and it's Chalmers in at the... Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, in 2000, the Thunder lost to the Lakers in the playoffs in a sixth that was highly competitive, and it remained a big motivation for the improvement of the Thunder. Kevin was completely moved by the standing ovation the Thunder received after the Game 6 loss on their home floor. Losing in the Western Conference Finals to the Mavs this past season, we might see even more of a leap by this talented young team this year. Guys?
Doris, Thunder will be as hungry as ever this season.
And with the Thunder, you can see the connection they have with their fans. I mean, the players are playing for the entire state every time they take the court.
So it's Miami now. Kevin Durant last basket. And for the Thunder, they've been a team that has preached defense first. And with the addition of Kendrick Perkins, that certainly adds now to a big, athletic, and physical, tough team up front, and really from top to bottom.
Yeah, and they've got a nice bench, too.
He slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Can.
Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? Cherry on top of the sundae on that one. Russell Westbrook has proven to be one of the best point guards in the NBA. Not just his scoring, but his ability to push the ball in transition. He's a good leader for his teammates as well.
And the Heat all-time hit. Mark, what you said about leadership in Westbrook is a must-have quality to possess as a point guard in the NBA.
And Kevin, if you're going to lead a team into battle, especially the Western Conference, you need a battle-tested guard, and the Thunder have that in Westbrook and continuing to grow. We forget how young this guy is. I mean, he's got a lot of room to grow, and I'm excited what he becomes, of course, because he's already got a lot in that backpack.
Well, there are a few players you talk about as enthusiastic as you talk about Westbrook.
I loved him from the first time I saw him in a practice at UCLA, Kevin, against Darren Collison. And he was aggressive. He didn't back away. Well, the edges were a little rough, but you always would rather have rough edges that can be smoothed out than no. He's got tremendous. I love watching him work.
Wade, right side. Back to Bosh. Dishes it to Haslem. Over Ibaka. That's good. Haslem's got 4 points now in the quarter.
An excellent display of passing out there. 10 points have been assisted on.
They continue to find the open man and plus ball we're seeing.
He goes up. Perkins with the ball. Perkins got 6.
Well, it's been a really good battle here.
Real strong battle, guys. And it looks like it may come down to which team has the ball last as far as who wins.
Money shot, and it's Bosh, that time on the assist by LeBron. 8 points for Chris Bosh.
Well, Miami last season, despite their struggles as they tried to find that rhythm with their new big three, they ended up finishing second in the NBA field goal percentage.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Allison comes in for Kendrick Perkins. It's Harden in for Top Cephalosha. Steve, getting back to the Heat, you look at who is taking their shots, and it isn't surprising to see the shooting percentage. I'm sure for you too. So now let's check in for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. The Sprite Spark Award goes to Kevin Durant. He is responsible for creating the majority of this team's offense, and he's done a great job of generating assists here through the first 3 quarters. Can he continue to dish it out in the fourth, guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. This has been, Clark, three-quarter outstanding basketball.
Tell you what, he's been a major contributor in this one.
Yeah, but they're going to need one more quarter just if they're going to go ahead and take this game.
So with Westbrook on the bench, this is who's Scott Brook there. Nick Collison and Kendrick Perkins, they're inside. Fisher out there with Harden. And it's in at the three. Here's Harden. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's now got his fourth rebound in this one. Wade against Perkins. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by LeBron. Wade's got the first basket going in the fourth for the Heat. Here's Fisher. Durant parked down low that time. Second goal.
Boy, in a close game especially, those players.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Perkins. Quan Cook comes in for Nick Collison. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now Wade. Harden again. Back to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Haslam again. Ibaka. It's blocked. On offense, here are the Thunder. Got a piece of it. Wade gets a hand on it. He's covered by Westbrook. Wade kicks to LeBron. Back to Wade. Pass to LeBron. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And guys, an interesting offseason for LeBron James after he made that move to Miami. A lot of people questioned his competitiveness once he decided to join forces with Chris Bosh.
And the Heat making a change here. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. Juwan Howard for Mike Miller. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Shane Battier. And Cole subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Ball's knocked loose. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Fisher.
Chalmers. That's his first personal foul. Derek Fisher. Shooting.
And he knocks down the first one. Kevin Durant's checked in for Daquan Cook. Makes both free throws. And Miami has possession. Side. Bosh, a screen. Chalmers. He's covered by Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Cole. He's covered by Fisher. The offensive rebound. James with the second F. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, he surprised at that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
From deep. That is good. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Even in transition, wide open threes, tough to pass up.
Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice group.
Westbrook against Chalmers. From downtown, the shot is off. Westbrook with the nice D there. Here's the break. For the 3. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. This one saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Last but not least, there is your Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.